Hello, and welcome to Raising the Vibe. My name is Kim, and this is the YouTube channel I've created to share the information that I've been learning over the last few years, as well as information that I will continue to learn going forward because there's just so much to know, and studying and learning is a continuing process. But the intent of the channel is to help Black people all across the globe raise their level of vibration, raise their frequency, so that collectively we can break the grip of the matrix of white supremacy that is oppressing us now and that has kept our people oppressed for centuries. What I have learned is that almost everything we have been taught is untrue. The things we should be doing, we've been taught to avoid. The things we should not be doing, we have been taught to run after and to seek. And I need to share this information. It's time to do that. It's not just enough for me to know. I cannot break that system by myself. It's not going to be just enough for you all watching this channel to know. Share the information so that collectively we are vibing at such a high frequency that the system can no longer stand. I think that learning is a two-way street, so research the things that I say. Go within, meditate, and determine whether the things that I'm saying are resonating with you. And if you learn something new that I haven't touched upon, share that with me. That may be another area for study that I can dive into and come back and present that information. It's a two-way street. I'm looking forward to learning about what you think about these things and what you know and what your comments are. And I'm going to share what I know because it can and does make a difference. It will make a difference in your everyday life, and it will make a difference to our race collectively. I've written a list of some of the topics. There's so many topics to cover, and I've written a brief list just to make sure that I can touch on the kinds of things that we're going to be talking about. Number one is food. What you are putting into your mouth is so important. The genetically modified organisms, the processed food, the fast food, all the chemicals in the food that are interacting with your DNA and making you susceptible to the programming that is everywhere is critical. The first thing to tackle is your food. Now, I understand that everybody doesn't want to be a vegetarian or a vegan or anything of that nature. So I propose at the outset, just start eating more fruits and vegetables. The food that nature created for us, that our bodies are designed to interact with. Eating more fruits and vegetables means that there's less room for fast food and processed food and other things. So start there, but we'll be doing a lot of talking about the food because the food is critical. We'll talk about the water that you drink. We'll talk about nature and how critical it is for us to be connected with and receiving from nature. We'll talk about the trick of politics. We'll talk about religion, where our oppressor has us worshiping a savior that looks like them. It doesn't make any sense. We'll talk about African spirituality, which is a new area for me that I am learning. And as I learn, I will share that information because I am convinced that a part of our power in history stemmed from our culture, which included African spirituality. Why is it witchcraft to connect with Orishas, but not to honor saints? It is mental programming. It's a mind trick. We're going to talk about entertainment, the music you're listening to, the frequency at which it's played, the words that they're saying, the movies, the television, the sports. All of that plays into the spiritual warfare that has been conducted against our people. We're going to talk about weather modification through the HARP system. We're going to talk about chemtrails. We're going to talk about meditation, which is very important to go within and connect with self so that you can remember the things that you've forgotten. We're going to talk about symbols and how they're used in this society to program us, and the occult rituals that we see and are subjected to every day. We're going to talk about the education system, and that's just to give an initial list, an idea of the kinds of things we'll be discussing on this channel. Again, share the information, share the videos, research the information, meditate, and focus on what you're eating. We're going to talk about fluoride. There are just so many topics that we're going to cover. And I look forward to sharing information with you, to getting feedback from you, and to us growing together to the point where all across the globe, we are able to collectively break the grip of the mental programming that has been conducted on us and enforced on us, and that has us at the bottom of the totem pole all across the globe. There was slavery in America and in the Caribbean islands, and colonization in Africa. And even though those things are supposedly gone now, we're still at the bottom of the totem pole. That's not who we are. That's not where we're supposed to be. And it is time for us to come into our own. I'm looking forward to you joining me on this journey.